Welcome back to the University Report. My name is Kaylee Dunn, and joining me tonight is Associate Professor Aric Dutelle of the UW-Platteville Criminal Justice Department and the Forensic Investigation Program. Welcome back.
Thank you very much for having me on.
Well, thank you for being here on the show with us tonight. Now, this is your fourth textbook that you have recently published.
That's true. It's the second edition of an Introduction to Crime Scene Investigation.
Now, it says on there an introduction to CSI, but what else does the book have besides just the criminal justice aspect of it?
Well, there's quite a few components that aren't found in a lot of other textbooks. We have, there's the ethical component as one of the chapters, and an introduction to the CSI effect, how forensic drama television is impacting the field, dispelling myths, and supporting technology and those types of things as well.
Very cool. Now, this is not your first textbook, so when did you decide to start professionally writing?
In 2007 and 2008, I began writing the first edition of Introduction to Crime Scene Investigation so that we have a textbook that we were able to use within a couple of the courses that we were developing at the university for the forensic investigation program. Since then, there have been a number of other editions and books that have come out of it, most recently the second edition.
Now, this new textbook features a lot more current event sorts of investigation scenes like the Casey Anthony trial. Mm-hmm. What else about the textbook makes it unique?
We try to keep the book timely, which is very difficult in a topic such as forensic investigation because every night on the news there's a new story. But we want to be able to relate the methodologies and the practices within the text to the students, and sometimes the easiest way to do that is through current events. We've also incorporated views from an expert. We have 15 different experts from around the United States in state, local, federal government, crime labs, field personnel, police officers, federal agents, etc., that have weighed in on different chapters, to include one of our own, Diana Johnson, who's an assistant professor of criminal justice in the criminal justice department. Her background is entomology, and she also wrote one of the View from an Experts in one of the chapters as well.
Where else can you find Platteville in the textbook?
Platteville is known throughout. We've made great use of the student base here at the university. We have alumni that have contributed, number of them that are out working at crime labs right now that have donated their expertise, peer-reviewed it to make sure everything's accurate. Several graphic arts students from the university, alumni, and current students that worked on producing figures, line drawings, etc. for the text.
Is the crime scene house included in this textbook?
The crime scene house is incorporated in small components as far as from an educational or instructional standpoint. It's discussed as far as the practicality of the teaching and the methodologies.
Now, before you decided to write textbooks and teach here at the university, what did you do?
Well, before I taught here at the university, I was a police officer and crime scene technician out in just north of Denver, Colorado. And I got working with the crime scenes there and having a significant experience working crime scenes, and got interested in the forensic aspect of things. And one thing led to another. I went to graduate school for forensic science, and then I decided to make a career shift and come out and try teaching. And that was 9 years ago.
What made you take the career shift to start teaching?
Well, I was looking at getting from patrol and narcotics investigation into crime lab and doing more with the forensics. My own department wasn't looking at heading that direction. So I was going to have a career shift to at least another department. And one of my professors at grad school had suggested that UW-Platteville was looking at starting up a program. And I thought, well, maybe I'll try out teaching. And it's continued to this day.
Yeah. And not only do you have some experience here in the U.S., I hear you also have experience internationally.
Yes, life has led me down a couple paths, and as a result of my police experience and also my educational experience here at the university, I have been able to go through and work for the U.S. Department of Justice, doing international training in a number of different countries, training foreign police forces in crime scene investigation.
What countries have you been to?
All over the course of the last 6 years, I've been to Uganda, over in Africa. I've been to Haiti, Belize, Colombia, Paraguay, Honduras.
Wow.
So there's been a number of opportunities. I've also deployed with the U.S. Navy for 3 months on an aircraft carrier to do some training with personnel.
What have you brought back from your experiences internationally with crime scene investigation and the U.S. Department?
Well, I can't talk about everything that I can when I come back within the classes, but I do have the opportunity to pass along that the complexities and challenges that we have within a small police department here all the way up to the large ones are similar, whether it's in our country or others. And it's interesting for our students to realize that we have those challenges around the world and that they are the same. And I'm able to bring back some stories and some pictures and some contributions to texts as well.
Any of those stories included in this text?
Some of the photos are, and then some of the training opportunities and those kinds of things are included within that text, yes.
Well, I guess then you're going to have to take an introduction to crime scene investigation to be able to read the book. We'll be right back after this